His name was Felix, and if you knew what that name meant, you would understand the cruelty of what his life had become. Felix, blessed, favored. He was 29 years old. He had once believed that name, once walked like it was true, but that was before the company let him go without warning, before the landlord changed the lock on a Tuesday morning, before the woman he had planned to marry looked at him across a table and chose silence over staying.
I can't keep doing this with you.
Just give me more time.
I know you are trying.
So that's it?
For months of silence followed. For months of a room that was not his. A floor mat borrowed from a cousin who had stopped asking questions. A phone with no data, no calls, and a cracked screen that still showed the time, as if time still mattered. Felix had stopped eating properly. Not because there was nothing, but because the hunger in his chest had swallowed every other hunger. He had stopped praying. Not because he stopped believing in God, but because he was no longer sure. God still believed in him. It was a Thursday evening. No particular reason. Pain does not announce itself. It simply arrives. And one day you realize it has been living with you so long. It has unpacked its bags. Felix folded his one clean shirt. He placed it neatly on the mat beside him. He picked up the rope he had kept behind the building for 3 days, the one he had been looking at every morning, telling himself he wasn't thinking what he was thinking. He walked out. The street was alive the way Lego streets always are. Generators, voices, the smell of suya from a corner he used to stop at. Life moving at full speed around a man who had decided to step off. He walked until the streets grew quieter, until he found the tree, standing alone at the edge of an open field behind a bus stop. A tree that had survived every storm the city had thrown at it. Felix stood beneath it for a long time. He looked up through the branches at a sky that was turning dark. Then slowly, he began to prepare the rope. His hands were shaking, not from fear exactly, from the terrible stillness of a man who has made up his mind. He did not hear the man approach. He only heard the voice, rough, tired, but direct.
Oga, please give me your shoes. What? I have been walking since morning. My legs are paining me. You will not need them where you are going.
What is your name?
Sunday, sir.
My name is Felix.
It means blessed.
How did you know that?
My mother used to say every name is a prophecy. The question is whether we believe it.
A long silence passed between them. Felix looked down at his shoes. Brown leather, worn but still whole. The ones he had bought with his first salary 3 years ago. He had worn them to his first day of work. He had worn them to his first date with her. He had worn them to his father's burial. And standing here now, a man with nothing, was asking him for them, because to this man, Felix still had something. Felix opened his mouth, closed it. How long have you been without shoes? The man looked down at his feet. 3 weeks, sir, since the ones I had finished. Finished? They tore completely. I threw them away at Ohoda. Something broke open inside Felix. Not loudly, not with drama, just quietly, the way a dam gives way not at the loudest point of the storm, but in the silence after. He thought about what the man had said. You will not need them where you are going. And for the first time in 4 months, Felix thought about where he was going. Not to rest, to waste, to throw away a pair of eyes that still worked, legs that still carried him, hands that still moved, a voice that could still speak, a mind that could still create, to throw away shoes that another man was walking kilometers without.
Take them, but sit down first. You said your legs are paining you.
Felix did not go home to good news that night. There was no miraculous phone call, no job offer, no message from her. But he went home. That was everything. He walked home barefoot, his feet feeling the ground in a way they never had before. Every stone, every patch of warm tar, every uneven surface that reminded him, you are still here, you are still touching the earth. He went back to that borrowed mat, and for the first time in 4 months, he prayed, not with beautiful words.
I still have something. I don't know what yet, but I still have something. Help me find it.
The weeks that followed were still difficult, but Felix began to move differently. He started writing again, a skill he had buried when the world told him it wasn't practical. He found small work, inconsistent, but real. And slowly, the way things grow when you stop watching and start watering, his life began to take a different shape. He never forgot Sunday. He looked for him, at bus stops, along the roads he walked. He never found him again. Some people come into your life not to stay, but to stop you from leaving. And Felix, a man whose name means blessed, finally began to believe it. You think you have nothing, but someone is looking at your life right now and seeing exactly what they need. Stay. Your story is not finished. The same God who gave you that name has never once forgotten what it means. God is not done with your story.